Is my screen visible? Okay. Okay. So now, designing is a very broad term, and here in designing, we try to solve the problems of the people by creating an interface that will help and guide people to complete their task. For example, here we can guide people to do to make messaging easier. For example, in YouTube, we can guide people to make the videos watching easier. For example, we can also make designs in such a way that people connect to the design through their emotions, and the designs feel so natural. Then people click on that design and eventually increases the um, even and eventually it helps the people to complete their goal that they wanted to achieve. So next, designing is basically divided into these five processes. The first one is research. We do a research of what our target audience is, and we try to make a design that will hit the target audience, that will hit their minds and their thought processes. Then we wireframe the design and make out the rough design by planning it, and then we actually make the visual design, and that design is as the design and iteration, and this is all a iterative process. The process keeps on repeating itself till the design gets finally validated and approved by all the users, and then finally it reaches the production stage where the design is given out, rolled out through the mobile apps or websites where the users can actually interact through it. So designing comes in basic two steps. In terms of graphics, in terms of mobiles and web applications, the design can be a web design, for example UI, or the feeling of the design, that is the UX. We can classify this both in various terms, like the focus of UI is based on the elements, what graphical images will appear to the user, and the UX and the focus of UX is how the things will be presented, in what way, what would be the format, and how the user will look and feel through it. In UI, we mostly create graphics that are engaging to the users, and in UX, we make the graphics feel so engaging. For example, I use nowadays, but Adobe XD is paid tool, or it is available in premium model that is not viable for all the students. Figma is free, it is collaborative, and we will see more features on Figma in the next slide. And Sketch is mainly for designing small graphics that can help user to navigate in the system. So according to our need, Figma suits the best one, and we are going to see in depth about Figma in this video. So why should we choose Figma? As I mentioned here, Figma is free. It is also collaborative, that is multiple users or multiple students can work on the same tool together. It works on everywhere, whether you are an Android user, whether you are a Windows user, Mac user, it can work on any device. And next, the prototyping feature of Figma is very intuitive, and we will also see the prototyping feature, as I said, in the practical session. Next, the plugins. There are various plugins in Figma that can help a user to carry out the task very easily. Plugins are small add-ons that you can add to your software that will help you to carry out a specific process in a faster way. So next, we are going to practically implement this. Here's the design, and we are going to practically implement this. So let me give an overview of how the Figma website looks like. So I will just go to Figma's website. Huh. Here you can see that this is the basic layout, or how the Figma website will look like, and here are the projects. that people work from. And here you can see, as I mentioned, multiple people can work together on the same file. These are the various companies that are using this tool to make their designs, and really it is a very great tool and for everybody to start with. Here we can see the whole website. And okay, so now we are going to start with this. I'm clicking on get started button. I will also I will also tell you to log into this. Uh, if you don't have an account, you can create an account, but I already have mine. So I will use the login option and I will log into my account. Before that, as I mentioned, uh, yes, uh, as I mentioned, we will be creating this design on Figma. So I'm clicking on this get started button. Um, Basically, this design is created by a person. One second. Okay, so this is how the design will look like, and we will, because we are new to Figma, we will not start out creating designs on our own, because it will not help us, or it will not be that beneficial, because we will start with copying a design, and then by copying a design we will come to know what a great design actually looks like. So uh, here is one of the design, and we will start copying it. Once it gets loaded, I will click on open in Figma. So it will open the same website on Figma. And then once the design gets loaded, we will copy the design, but not just copy paste. We will copy by making each of the components, and I will show you how the process looks like. So here the design is almost ready. Also, by the time I would like you to go to this website, that is pexels.com. Here in this website, we can see here in this website, we can see various wallpapers and images that we can use in our own applications and website. And also these are for free. They do not cost anything. So yes, we will go in the design page, and here you can see there are 5 designs. These are basically 5 screens, and these are designs of a travel website. So we will start with copying the first screen and the second screen. We'll copy these 2 screens in this tutorial, and then we will also prototype this by using the prototyping tool. I will get to that later. So to start copying this screen, we first need to look how it is made of. So it is made. Okay, so I will first introduce you to this basic elements and frames in Figma. In Figma, there are mainly 2 types of components. First is elements. Elements are all these components that you can see. Like I can draw a rectangle here, I can draw a arrow here. All these are elements, and these elements can be together placed in a frame. See, this is a frame component. If I place a frame here, okay, so this is a frame created, and now in this frame, I can place any element like this, and I can move the frame. So frame is a container, it is a group in which various elements can be placed. And now we will see, I'm deleting all this. This was just for the basic explanation. And to design a screen, the screen is a frame inside which various elements like images, text, buttons, everything are placed. So this is a frame. Okay, so we will see the height and width of this first. Here the width is 375 and height is 812. So I will copy this, make a frame here, and now I can select this frame and I can edit this. Like it was 315 and it was 375 and 812. It was 375 and 812. Okay, so now the frame is created, and inside the frame, as you can see, there is a picture of a traveler. So here in Pexels, I will search for a picture of a traveler. And here you can choose filters like I want a portrait picture. I want a portrait picture, so I will click on vertical orientation, and then the images would get loaded. We will download the image from here, and then we will load the image. How we can load the image here in Figma, I will show you that. Okay, so I am taking a picture of a traveler. This looks fine. I'll click on free download. It will automatically download the picture. By that time, we will start designing other components here. So here it is written hello, and then the name of the person would come. And here there is a button, and also inside this button there are minute designs. We will not do that designs for simplicity, but you can also do that. That's also very easy, but for simplicity we will now skip that. So we'll just take a rectangle here, and then we'll draw a rectangle. We can also see the width of this, copy it, and we can make it of appropriate width. Then, if you want to place the elements in the center, there are various magnetic lines available that will automatically direct you to place the element. And if the lines do not come, don't worry. You can simply click on this button. It will align the element horizontally centered, and then the element would be centered. Now we have to change the color of this element. So to change the color, here we will go in fill section. We'll click on the color, and then if we want to make it white, we can choose white, red, or here you can choose any color. I will simply drag down to select the black color. Now we'll write the text. So to write the text, we'll go on this T button. We'll click here, and then we'll click to place the text. Then using keyboard, we can type it. For example, explore. And to place this in the center, we'll again click on this horizontally centered button. It will automatically center the text. If you want to make it bold, you can do all these things. Here you can change the font. Here you can make the font bold, large, anything you can do. All this settings can be done from here. Now, what about the image? It's still downloading. No problem. We'll make this text here. And as you do the changes here, you can see on the left side. Here is frame 1. And inside this, we made this explore text and this rectangle text. So now here we will write hello and then our name. Okay. We'll simply click on this T text one, and here we will add hello, and then we'll write the name. For example, hello person. Now, if we want to copy this font, here we can click on it, and we can see the font that is Playfair Display. We will select this, and here we can search through all the fonts that are available in Figma. That is Playfair Display. Now the font is changed, and we'll increase the size to make the font look proper. Okay, so now here's the problem that the two lines are overlapping each other. We'll increase the line height. and place this text to and make the text to be left centered, left aligned. Now the text is coming properly, and also image is getting downloaded. It will take a while, no problem, we'll keep on designing this. And also there are various flaws in this design. I will i will tell you to find out these flaws. Well, I will tell you one here, that this let's go text which is written here is not properly visible because it matches to the background text. It should be of a darker color so that it is easily visible. Now once our image gets downloaded, we will place it here. So we'll instead of waiting for it to get downloaded, we'll start with the next one. So I'll just take the whole second one, and here we will make another frame. You can also drag the designs by simply clicking on it. And to make another frame, we'll go to the frame option here. We'll make a frame of any size, and then we will again select this. We will see the sizes, and we will just enter the sizes here. Okay. Now we have entered the sizes. Now we can see the frame has automatically resized and the new sizes have been applied. Now the choose your city text is there, and then the image of a city is placed along with its name. So now I will just copy this. To copy this, you can click on it. You can do Control C, Control V, or there's one more option. You can press the Alt key and then simply drag the text. It will make a copy of the text, and then you can move this copy anywhere. Like I have placed it in this frame, and here I will align the font to be proper, and you can see the font is not bold here. So I will make the font size regular. Okay, and I will change the text to choose your city. Okay, so now the text is changed, and also we will add the background image here. In Okay, so first image is downloaded. So if we make for a city, for example, Agra. So Agra is famous for the Taj Mahal monument. Taj Mahal monument. So we'll simply search here Taj Mahal, and various images of the monument have appeared. We will select the vertical option to get the vertical image, and as you can see, this image looks nice. I will also download this image. Okay, so to get the image into the Figma platform, you simply need to click on the image, drag it to your place, and then the image would appear here. So it's uploading the image. I will wait for a while, and the image would get uploaded here. Okay, now the image is uploaded. I will resize the image because it is too large. And now I have to place the image inside this. So I will make it more smaller, and then I will simply place over it. So now what happens is the button we made is not visible. So on the left side, you can see the hierarchy of different frames and images are given. I will simply drag the image to the bottom, and now the elements would be placed in order. Like the image would be placed at the bottom. Over it, the buttons and the text would be placed. Also, the text color is not proper. We'll change it. Don't worry. First, we'll align it vertically. Okay. Now we have aligned it. We will make the text color light, so that I think dark text looks fine here. And the explore button, if it is light, it would be great. It would look nice along with the text. Okay, so now it's looking nice. If you want to add some rounded corners, you can simply click on this rectangle, and then here there is an option to get the rounded corners. It's 0 here, means there is no roundness at all. We will increase this, and as you see, the rounded corners are being applied to it. Then I will drag the image to fill the whole frame. Yes, now it's proper. I think the first frame is done and it is looking nice. Then I will go on with the second one. So let's check the image. Okay, the second one is also downloaded. I will simply drag and drop into the workspace. Okay, now I will resize the image, and then I will place it here. Okay, so now here the text we have chosen is not properly visible. We will bring it to the front, and the text will come to the front. Now to make a design like this rectangle thing, we have to make two rectangles and then place one over each other. So I will show you how it's done. It's a little advanced stuff, but don't worry, it's easy. I will show you how it is made. Okay, so this is a rectangle. Uh, I think the width is too much. I will make the width a bit low. Place it in the center, and I will try to match the design on the right side, and then I will make another copy by Control C, Control V, and see another copy is made. I will change its color to a bit darker so that you can see it, and then I will make the size of it a bit smaller. And from the bottom, I will keep space for the text. Yes. Now it's done, and then I will change the back rectangle color to the white, and now I will add some rounded corners to this. Like 10 looks fine. Okay, so now I have added some rounded corners. Now I will from the bigger rectangle, I will cut out this smaller rectangle. There are various mathematical operations that we can do on this, like union, separation, add, all these things. For example, this was masking. By the way, if anything goes wrong, you can simply press Ctrl Z and it will automatically do undo. And now I will select these two rectangles, and here's the option. It is, if I select subtract, it will subtract the smaller rectangle from the bigger one, and here's the design how it's look like. Here I will add the text name, it was here London. I will see the font, which font it is, which font it is. Okay. Okay. So the font is not completely visible. I will choose any font that's looking nice. Even this looks fine. Okay. Now after this, we can see that there are options here to select the next frames. To make this option, we again have to place a rectangle over here. We'll simply make this rectangle, and then we will align it horizontally centered. Then we'll change the color But before changing it, we'll place some circles on this as it was shown. And if you press the shift key while making this, so it will be, so the ratio of this would come 1:1. So you can properly align and place this. I'll make it a little darker so you can see. Yes. You can resize this, place it here, and by pressing Alt and just drag it to make a copy of it. Okay, I'll place the last one here. Now, if I select all this, and just click on this button, it will automatically sort it according to its space. So, I think this is not proper. So let me do it manually. But yes, you can also make it do automatically. So here you yourself have to try out various things and see and look which looks nice. I think this all are aligned. I will change this color to white, and to give a roundness, I will increase this rounded corners. Okay. I will select this rectangle first, increase this rounded corners, and you can see the rounded corners have been given. So now here I was telling you that there are flaws in this design. The next flaw is this button. This button is completely matching to the background and it is not properly visible. So to make a properly visible button, we will change the button color to something like white, which is properly visible. I will select this rectangle, draw a button. I will select any size that is required. If see, you can see I'm zooming it here. If you do like this, that's there a small orange dot is appearing here, which would mean that this is properly aligned to this. I will make the shape proper, and then I would change the color to white. Now I'm giving some rounded corners to it so that it looks nice. And then I will add the explore the city button. So here I will copy this text, Control C and Control V. Then see the text is going behind the button. So to bring it up, I will right click on this and click on bring to front option. So now the text has come on the front. So it basically changes the Z index of the frame, Z index of the element. What is Z index? You might have learned in HTML, CSS if you have done that. So now I will give the text here, that is explore the city. The things looks nice, and if you also want to make it a bit better, you can remove this color by clicking this minus icon. So the color is removed, but still the element is there. You can click on stroke. The border will come here. That is called stroke in Figma. And now in this border, you can change the color of this border to white. You can increase the thickness of the border from here, and I will change the color of the text. I will reduce the thickness. Okay. So now it is looking nice. Okay. So now we are done with designing, and instead of this, we have created a two designs which is not exactly same but kind of similar to these designs. Also, we can add this blurred effect. I will show you how we can do that. So to add the blurred effect, I will simply copy this image, The upper image, I will crop it. So to crop the image directly in Figma, you have to click on the image. Here, instead of fill option, you have to select on crop option. So we will crop the image according to our frame. You can use this blue dots to get the approximate area of how and where the image is. So I have cropped the image according to the frame, and now the image is placed in the center. So here you can see this is the smaller image, this is the bigger image. Now we can make the bigger image blur. So to make image blur, here we will go on the effects tab. We'll click on plus, and we will give a layer blur. We'll select the layer blur option, and inside this we can configure how much blurriness we want to give. Right now it is 4, which is very less. So to give more blur effect, I would increase this. For example, if I would do 10, so you can see the blurriness has increased, and now we can see it's looking very good. So now I think that's enough, and we are done with the designing stuff. And now I would be showing you how to prototype this design in Figma. So to prototype the designs, if we click on this button, the prototyping feature will get on, but we have to design the wireframes, how the designs would come one after each other. So here there are two options, you can see design and prototype. We will click on the prototype option here. Okay, so now we can add navigations to the elements, and when clicked on these elements, it will navigate to the next design. So let me show you. In this explore button, I will drag this plus icon to this frame 2. So now it's showing here. When clicked, it will navigate to frame 2, and this is the option how we want the transition to be. So we will keep it dissolve. Dissolve looks better, and then we'll click on this explore the city, and then it will go to directly this page. So to make it happen, I will drag this button directly to this frame. So now it will show on click, and on click what we have to do is we have to navigate and dissolve. Okay, everything is good. So this is the next thing. On clicking this button, it will automatically open this section. So to make it happen, we'll click on this button, and it will automatically redirect to this page. It will automatically redirect to this frame. Yes, it's showing navigate to frame 5 and dissolve. Okay, so now if we click the cross button, it should go back to the previous stage. So we will add one more thing here. Sorry, it's instead of navigate to, we can simply select the back option, and it will go back. Okay, so now we can prototype our design. So how can we prototype this? By clicking this button, we can simply prototype the design that we have created. It will take a while to render this design, and then we can prototype it. So here you can see the rendering has started, and it will just take a minute, not more than that. It's done. You can see now. Wait, I'll make it full screen so that you can see it properly. So now the design that we have made has came in a phone type of section. And 1 second. Okay, here it is. The design that we have just created is here. If we click anywhere except the button, it will show that the button is only clickable. It will highlight it with the blue color. So if I click on the button, it will lead us to the next page that we have just created. And then if we click anywhere, it will not work because we have just uh, we have just made the prototyping on this button. We'll click on the button, the next page will appear. We'll click on this. Okay, so it's working. So that's all what was prototyping, and this is all the design that we have created. I have it took me just a while to create these designs, but if we give more time to this, we can make even better designs than this. The buttons are not properly aligned as this. You can see the buttons are well designed here. We have not designed that well, but that's good. That's okay. It's great for starting out right now. And then in future, we can make this even better. We can iterate over it and we can make this all good more. Okay, so after this, in conclusion, I would say you have to keep on practicing this because as you keep on practicing, the design skills would get better, and when the skills get better, you can eventually earn out with these designs and you can sell it in the market. You can also collaborate with your friends who can help you to make these designs, and together you can work very fast and complete the designs very soon. That's all. Thank you so much for sparing your time here, and that's all from my side. Thank you. Any questions would you like to ask? Anything? Yes, please. That depends on the person itself. Some people are skilled on designing websites, while some are skilled on designing apps. While some people practice both web and app, and they become good in designing both. So it depends on you where your interest is. If your interest is in web designing, you can practice web. If your interest is in app designing, you can practice on app. Okay, so we have another question here. Is there any other class about it? What does it mean? You are telling it next session or what? I didn't get that. Okay. Is Figma website better or Figma application? So application and website both are hitting the same backend. So if you want to design your things offline, you can download the application. While if you have good internet connection or you can keep staying online while designing, the website is better. But it overall depends on you. If you want, you can use the application. It's also good. I have tried it. If you want, you can use website. I use website personally because I can keep staying on internet while designing things, and also the benefit of using the web application is you can also collaborate with others. That's the benefit of it. Any other questions? Okay. Even I am thankful for getting this opportunity to share my knowledge with you all. So is that all? So then now we can end it. Yes, feel free to ask anything you would like to. So yes, please speak up. Rohan
Yeah.
Agrawal.
So many a times we see there is a prototype thing, like you see the animation of the design. Do we consider that very important while showing the design to anyone, or just the UI part is enough?
Okay, so if you are basically planning for a UI designing, if you're a UI designer, UI part is good, but sometimes in places like hackathons, you are told to actually prototype your designs and show how it actually looks and feels. So if you're a designer and you need to coordinate with various people in the industry, for example, you have to talk to the developer, So while talking to the developer, you won't tell him that these are the designs and you just take it. You have to actually show how the designs work, and their prototyping is actually needed. So you also need prototyping, but it's not that important as designing. The designing skills are really very important, and prototyping is just a piece of cake. Means it's very easy. Anybody could get it. You simply have to just connect to designs, and the prototype is ready. I just showed you here on Figma. Anything else? Yes, Rohan, go on.
So thank you for that answer. Okay, I got that clear. One more thing, like when we, sorry, I missed the word. I'll come back again.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, sorry. So
Yes.
when we design anything, is there any rule of thumb when we should follow, or is it more of intuitive and what we like?
See, designing is basically about oneself. If you have to consider whom the design is targeting. For example, if you're targeting kids, so kids like designs that are more colorful, more playful types of designs. If you're targeting audience that is there, that is of age 40 plus, so their designs have to be properly sharpened, and the colorful designs won't play a big role there. So according to the type of audience, you have to design accordingly.
Hello, Patil.
Yes, please.
Yes, can we create the content with any CMS? I mean, content management systems is suggested.
Uh, can you please repeat your question?
Shall we design with CMS content management systems like WordPress or any other tool suggesting?
Yes, you can use that, but that allows a limited features. Like in WordPress, there are limited, limited changes or manipulations that you can do. Like you can move the contents here and there, but the basic designs that you see on the websites like Google, now Figma website I showed you, how it's designed. It's designed completely in a unique way. That's uniquely for it. So based upon this, if you want your design to be very fast, means WordPress like websites provide you designing very fast and efficiently. There, if you want your designs to be completed very fast, you can use this website that are also good as well. But if you want more personalized and more creative type of designs, then going with designing is a option.
Fine. Is it supports Bootstrap and jQuery like accordion and other features?
Are you talking about Figma? Does Figma support that?
Yes, yes, that's that.
No, Figma is properly meant for designing. Also, one thing I would tell you that in Figma tab there are two options. One is designing that we have looked now. There is another option which is development. If you click on it, uh, all the codes related to the design would be shown. Like all the CSS HTML codes related to the designs would be shown. Also, you can get the Android HTML code for that.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Can you construct web using Figma? Yes, we can construct web design, but to host the applications, you need some backend skills for that. And for that, if you if you have some good backend, or you can use Netlify website for that. You do not need to install any backend there. You just have to make your design and upload it. It will automatically deploy your design as a website there. Can we create GIF images using Figma? Okay, so I would say GIF is not currently supported by Figma, and you can make various frames using Figma, and then after all use a tool to combine all that frames and make an image. But using by creating GIF is not yet supported here, so you cannot do that. it's looking somewhat easy. Is Figma design has more competition, or can we earn from that? Uh, it Again, the answer depends on you. How good are you in designing? If you are very good, then your designs would be very good. And if your designs can reach actually the quality that are supported in apps, like you see any app that is out there like YouTube, Instagram, the level of designing skills that have the level of designing that they have already done there is really really very good. And if you can reach that top designs, then you can definitely earn from it. How to redesign a web in Figma? Means I just showed you how to redesign a design. Like I have just looked at a design and just made a replica of that, but with my own taste with it. Simply you can do with a web. Just now I showed you with application. Like that you can also perform it with the app. Our design can sell. Yes, you can sell it on Figma. Not on Figma. You can In Figma there is a community version where you can show your designs, and there the designs would if people really likes your design and they're following you from a long time, they can eventually buy your designs. Or there are various freelancing platforms like Fiverr, Upwork. You can sell your designs there. You can work as a graphic designer, thumbnail designer, and there are various options here. Even the apps of a mobile, there are customized app icons that are used in now the latest version of that is now used in the latest version of Android. That customized app icons are now created. I have recently met a designer who creates that customized app icons, and he charges like $5 for a single app design. So that's really good. Any more questions? Okay, but Canva is also there. Yes, Canva is also there. If you are very much, if you are not very much familiar to designing, I would suggest you to start out with Canva, because Canva is bit more easier, and Figma is more professional kind of stuff uh, where you can see. I have showed you by zooming in very much that all things cannot be done in that all things cannot be done in Canva. Figma supports a large formats and also vector images. That is very useful, but Canva has a limited features. And if you want to go fast with something, Canva is best for it. You can use Canva for making templates, presentations. But if you want to go in detail about designing, Figma is there for you. What are the things we should clear before starting designing? You must know the basic things, like what are elements and containers that I showed you at the start, like the frames for Figma and the elements that are there. You need to know how to use them. What is Z index? All this basic stuff will be taught to you, I guess, in HTML. If you know HTML and CSS basic things, then designing is easy for you. Okay. What is Figma plugins? Okay, Figma plugins help things with your designs. Like there is a plugin that allows you to remove the background of the images using AI. So if you install that plugin with your Figma account, so you just have to right click on that, and then you have to enable that plugin, select that plugin, and it will run automatically, and then the background of the image would be removed. This is just one example. There are various plugins. For example, there is a plugin to give you HTML code of the design. Likewise, there are various plugins that help you in various small tasks that you can do with the help of that plugins. Any questions more? Yes, welcome. Uh, okay. So by using this, can we remove the background, remove of a image? Okay. Yes, by using that plugin, you can easily remove that background, and also you can do this on websites. Like there are various websites that can help you to remove the background of images and objects using AI. So that's very easy. You just have to drag and drop your image there, and the image with the removed background will show up, and you just have to download it. So you can do that in Figma as well, but also you can use various websites for that. So also I would like to thank Ikra for giving me this opportunity and to share this with you all. Uh, Thank you very much for this, and I like you. I like that. I like you are arranging sessions like this that can help students to learn new things and new technologies that are coming up. Thank you so much for this, and very good. I appreciate this. Oh, okay. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.